Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans! Welcome to this matchup of the Speed Gaming Live 2022 online Final Fantasy Randomizer, tournament. Tonight we are featuring Deadpulse versus BurtReynoldz in the first of their best of 3 matches. I am Hate the 13th, joined in the booth by Not Young Me, with JLo doing tracking for us tonight. How you doing tonight?
Hey, doing great. I appreciate you letting me join you here. Excited for this Pod D hype here.
Yeah, this one's looking like it's gonna be probably a pretty spicy one. We've got, excuse me, the party we got tonight was Fighter, Black Mage, Red Mage, White Mage, Red Mage. And kind of what I expected to happen with these parties happened. We got Deadpulse running a Fighter Rainbow, with Burt going Fighter Red-Black. So, with these flags, if you are unfamiliar with them, each class has 2 blessings and 1 curse. So the Fighter tonight has plus 40 vitality, so we're gonna have some meat wall fighters. The Hunter bonus, which means anything you put in its hands is gonna hit real hard, but they can't equip ribbons. And Not Young Me, I'll let you cover the mages.
Yeah, the Black Mage has plus 20 strength with max MP and minus 10% hit. Red Mage has 10% plus 10 luck, plus Wizard, no bracelet. White Mage has plus 20% hit and plus 1 MP level all, and minus 100 gold to start off with.
Yeah, that Black Mage blessing, it's a newer one. It's one that I actually hadn't seen before tonight. The max
we had
plus...
to look it up.
Yeah, max plus MP plus. What that means is that anytime that Black Mage gets a spell charge, he gets the actual spell charge granted to them. So it's, you know, when they get level 2 spells, they'll actually have level 2 charges without having to go to an inn first.
Yeah, and Bert's taking a gamble here. If Wall is locked with the White Mage, we're going to have an issue, Fighter not being able to equip a ribbon.
Yeah.
So we might be having to dig out some Dragon Armor and a GS Shield.
Yeah, might have to go for the pseudo ribbon on the fighters. You know, give them the Dragon Armor, Aegis Shield, Pro Ring, and Hope. So actually, now as I'm looking at this, oh no, I was thinking that we've got Dead set for the name on Deadpulse, but that's just because he's got Deadpulse. All right, we got level 1 harm 4, so Bert's already at a bit of a disadvantage because he's got Ice and Bane. Oh.
Yeah, we're switching parties already. Yeah, that harm 4 is going to carry in the early period of this game here, so I don't blame him for switching.
Yeah, I don't either, especially given that Black Magic, great, you got Bane and Ice, but yeah, harm 4, that is Fade level damage, just without the ability to high roll as much.
Does Deadpulse go for gold or items? He does.
Oh, yeah.
I always look for this. There's some people that their strat is just to go right in, but looks like he's trying to hunt out some early gold in case we see an early shop item.
Not just that, but early game mages run on money.
Yeah.
And it looks like the encounter table spits out something pretty quickly there, so... If there were black belts, they could do an overworld grind, but there are no black belts, so we won't have to sit and wait through a static grind. Thankfully.
And you called that Hate the 13. You were hoping no black belts here, and you got your wish?
Yep. Alright, so it looks like Deadpulse just went up to Garland and went, hey, does this rag smell like death to you? No? What about this one here? Yep. Alright, bye. Alright, we got an herb and a ruby from the Princess and the King, though.
So, I love seeing a ruby. It's not progression right away, but it's 2 items once you get the ship and canal, or the floater, obviously, but it's always good to see that.
Yeah, and taking a little bit of that cash, giving a hand axe to that fighter. Ooh, Pro Rings for sale at, $7,700 . Not too bad. A little expensive for early game, but, well, it's early game. Everything's expensive.
Inflation touches FFR, too.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and it looks like Sarah, instead of giving Burt a ruby, gave him a piece of quartz. That is an effect of the Titan eats random food flags. Which I personally love that because I run all the weird chaotic things. And I love the chance of the Titan getting to eat crayons or glue. Alright, and it looks like Deadpulse is opting to skip over Matoya, not trying to get any extra cash out of her closet, and same thing with Burt.
The Space Drake, Entroper. Not sure what that means, but we love it.
Entroper? Oh, no, that is actually one of the first devs, if not the first dev, on the Final Fantasy Randomizer.
I mean, this is me learning.
Today I learned.
I've just figured it was ADR that created this.
Oh, and level 2 Fade. Yep, White Mage, definitely the way to go so far. And it looks like Burt decided to go for the divergent route of taking out the pirates before going and hitting the magic shops. I can understand.
See how much gold. Yeah, I wasn't sure how much gold he had, but with those mages, you're going to want to have a lot of gold. So sometimes it's best, if you can take them out, it's best just to go left first if you're not sure how much gold you're going to need.
Yeah, alright, looks like houses. We got 1,000 gold houses. Could be better, could be worse. 24 gold heal pots. A little more expensive than one likes to see for these flags, but yeah, whatever. It'll all come out in the wash. And it looks like we beat up the pirates and took some explosives from them.
I was hoping for an early canoe. I wanted to see them do like an early ice dive.
Yeah, well, that's always the fun thing for the audience to catch. Now,
Yes.
as a player, having to do an early ice dive is like, oh
Right.
god, why?
Having to make that decision is a tough one.
That being said, though, with the spell layout they've got, you've got, Harm, they've got Fade, and they've got Fire too. Ice, not as threatening as it could be.
Yes.
I mean, it would still suck, don't get me wrong, but at least you got the right elements to deal with most of the things there.
Yeah, especially without warp and exit, certainly ice is not ideal.
Yeah. Looks like Deadpulse is making a fairly good use of some overworld encounter manipulation. So we didn't have to run into that giant pack of wolves again.
Burt decided to take it, get some early levels.
And Deadpulse just entirely snubbed the Hooray Dwarf. Which,
It's not great, but I feel bad for you, Hate the 13. Like, you love, mermaid side to not kill, but talk to,
yes.
Who's your person there?
Bubbles. Bubbles must be carbonated. Yes.
Yes. I feel bad, and very rarely do we go to that in this flag set.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as they don't, go in and loot the room and just leave her alone. That's fine. But, that canoe you were hoping for, well, it did come kinda early. It just came from Narek.
We're still gonna go over this side.
Yeah, already here. May as well hit up Marsh. It's incentivized. You can get a few other free chests or semi-free chests on the way. And it's a lot less threatening than Ice Cave.
Yeah, Space Drake pointing out that Deadpulse is going right to Marsh. There's a lot of people that would go, and if you have enough gold, you're going to go into the level 3 and 4 and try to look for decent spells. But here we've got all the spells that we need besides, Fast and Temper and some Warp and Exit. So he's going to loot this out, get some extra gold, get the incentive, and bounce out.
Yeah, you got level 1 Harm 4 on the White Mage. You got level 2 Fade. Yeah, no, this is very much a, alright, go in early and run.
On slab here.
At least.
Oh, let's go.
It's a witch! That being said, I kind of like seeing the early slab because it's absolutely useless, but it portends having to do the walk down to the Lefanians.
Yeah. I just have ran enough of these seeds, I just knew that was coming. And we've got ship in ice. That's what I'm calling.
Well, let me see here. We still got to turn in, or we've still got the herb to turn in. I'm hoping we'll see the crystal from the herb. And like the crystal to the herb, and then, or the herb to the crystal, and the crystal to the canal with the canoe in, or with the ship in ice. That I could get behind.
You're a sick, sick man.
Yes, and?
I thought you were on my side here. Burn the witch. I thought we were friends. That's just not cool, man. That's just not cool. We were hanging out before the stream here. I thought everything was fine.
All right.
We're Scotch and Steve. That's just not cool, J-Lo. All right, so Deadpulse made it out. Nothing too bad in Marsh.
Yeah, and Burt decided to actually take out that fire elemental, getting himself up to level 9. A fairly respectable level for this early on. Gave that coral sword to the fighter, so it'll actually have something to swing. And he's also getting just a little bit of extra cash. I don't hate the play.
No. It's interesting. I'm wondering if... I know 2 fades is nice, right? But I'm wondering if Burt's like a little disappointed going back in, taking that time, because he would have still had the fade on the red mage.
Yeah, but he would not have had as many fade casts, and black magic so far has actually been kind of disappointing.
Agreed, but he still probably was like, oh gosh, fade. He was probably thinking he's not going to see anything decent for a while.
Yeah.
There's temper in level 3.
Yeah, well, better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Alright, and hey, there is exit. And, well, ruse for the white mage. Unfortunately, that ruse is white mage locked hard, so the knight won't be able to learn it either, unfortunately. Deadpulse popping back in and going, wait, you know what? I may as well pick up that Cure 3. Better to have it and then not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah, 3 seconds. I mean, it's not much versus what you could use that Cure 3 for. You never know.
Alright, we got Warp, we've got Quake, and we've got Invis 2 sitting at level 4, which are all fiscally out of Deadpulse's reach currently.
I mean, all we really need right now is fast and some life, and we're good.
Yeah. Ooh, Gold Cheerios -2 for 31,000.
Not worth it.
Yeah, not so much.
What does that compare to? Like silver +1?
Ish, yeah. I don't remember the specific numbers, but it's not that great. Alright, and that was the crystal from the herb. Alright, well, I guess it's my turn to practice being a witch.
We're on fire right now.
Mm-hmm. Alright, level 3 temper with the level 3 lock. That's utility. I mean, the scaling on this flag set isn't as brutal as some, so the lock, whilst it can be useful, it's not as necessary. For example, the boss scaling is only 70 to 150%, so you're not likely to run into evade-capped bosses. Alright, and...
So, Deadpulse is by far a better runner, but what I like to do there, right at that split, is save, go check the shop items, see if there's an incentive. You never know if a floater's in there. Then just reset out.
Yeah, I tend to not check the shop item unless I'm actually going to the town for a reason. So I wouldn't reset back out, because if I'm going to Crescent Lake, I'm going because I got the ability to talk to the old men. Which I don't believe that that is set for these flags, is it? Yeah, the early sage item is not set.
It is not.
Yes.
But I ran a couple seeds where it's in there, the floater's in there, and then you feel so bad having to come back.
Alright, I can grok that. I personally tend to... Like, if I have the early sages off, I don't go to Crescent Lake until after Lich is dead. That being said, I also got knocked out pretty early last year, and this year I just didn't have the practice time for the flags, so I stepped aside early to let others play. Armory, had a couple of items, nothing too grand. I mean, the Pro Cape's good, but helmet is, or the heal helm turned into just a stun helm, so that's a thing.
Wait, are you knocking that? I mean, that's like the meta nowadays.
It's a thing. It's not a good thing, but it's a thing.
It's a thing. It is a thing. Okay, so I like the divergence here. Bert's going to go turn in the crystal. Deadpulse is exploring Volcano.
See, it looked like that was a Confused staff, a Cure staff, or Cure 2 staff, and alright, Canal from the Crystal.
I'm telling you, that ship's in ice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going 2 for 2. You got to catch up.
Well, the ship could also be in Volcano, though. So
I know, but we got to gamble here. Or it could be floater.
Yeah. Given the early canal, though, I'm thinking that we're going to see the ship before the floater, just as my own personal thoughts.
I don't disagree with you. And ice is here, so I'm guessing Bert's going to go north here.
Yeah. I'm thinking Deadpulse is probably going to... I'm not sure if he's even going to try taking on Carry right now. His levels are a little soft, but he does have, he's got the fades. And he's got the meat shield.
We do have that Masa as an incentive. That would be pretty sweet to see here.
Yeah. Actually, that Ice -3 might even be viable to equip on that fighter for the Carry fight.
Not checking the trap tiles. I know it's not a black belt party here, but still.
Well, he's going to figure out what's on that trap tile here real soon anyway.
That's true. That's true. This one coming up here corresponds to it.
Alright, just some mages, nothing too big. And Wiz Mummy and Jerk Birds. Well, alright, Rod in Volcano, so that means ship is in ice.
My god, it's happening. It's happening.
Alright, and what Deadpulse just did right there, warping out as opposed to walking back out and having to deal with that encounter table, or that encounter tile, that's actually pretty big brain. You might have a little bit more steps, but, well, then you don't have to worry about the forced encounter there.
But we didn't equip that Ice -2, as we're still swinging a hammer on Deadpulse's side. I didn't see what that rolled.
He's running the hand axe +1.
+1, okay.
Yeah, it's, it's positive. I'm not so sure that it's much better than the Ice -3, but Fade doing its job. I saw one of those high rolls there for 316 points, so about the 15-minute mark, we have Deadpulse getting the first orblet already. And looks like the runners are going to be high-fiving right now. Looks like Bird's probably going to head on down and check the Volcano, get his rod, and then he's going to have to do the slightly longer walk back up to pick the ship up at Provoca. So for those who are not aware, the demarcation line for where the ship will... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I assume Bert's going to go check the chest in this room right here. I mean, there's just too many possibilities for it to be some pretty good armor for the fighter, so...
Yeah, you gotta loot the armory.
Have to.
I mean, at least Bert's already got, a dragon armor that he found sitting in Matoya's closet, but still, you gotta check the armory. It's just a really dense place. Bert running with those alternate sprite colors. I saw that and I was like, why are there frost giants and Sarias there? Oh, Agama on the first spike tile in Volcano.
He should take a few of these, get some extra levels. Although he might be thinking fades might be enough against Harry here.
Yeah. Oh, and Dark Twinge in chat with the stats on the Ice -3 versus the Hand Axe +1.
Oh, I gotta look at this here. Ice -3, 23.
Yeah, 2.5% less crit, but more hit, a little more damage. Yeah. And Carrie, I don't remember if she is specifically weak to ice. I don't believe she is strong against it. I know that she is weak to status element. But it's been a while since I've actually, looked at the Vanilla Fiend weaknesses and such.
See, this is where us newer racers, this is the next level where we need to get to know all of those things. We can get good at routing, we can do, fine with, encounter manipulation, but, understanding, what's weak to what is kind of that next level, something I'm trying to get to. But, as someone I talk to Burt about this stuff all the time, and he's so knowledgeable about all of those type of things. It's really fun to and Dark Flint, obviously, for posting that in chat.
Yeah, Burt is, he's been around for a while, so he's a wealth of information.
And shout out to Burt for putting this tournament on. I mean, he's not getting paid for this. He's just putting so much work into it. So, we're hoping he does well in the tournament, but we certainly appreciate him putting it on.
Yeah. Yes, and Carrie is resistant to poison, fire, ice, and lightning. Which, yeah, as has been mentioned in chat, that's just rude.
Alright, I see Chrometrics in the chat here, but I haven't seen you race. Do you run? Do you run FFR? Or what's going on? We gotta get him involved.
Let's join us.
Join us, man. Welcome to the dark side. I got in a year and a half ago, and now I'm addicted. What have you guys done to me? Run 3 races on his own. Alright.
Alright, Deadpulse going, checking to see what we got. At Melman Magic, we have Life 1, which it's, it's not Life 2, but it's viable.
Honestly, at this point, all I'm thinking is I just want fast.
Well,
and there it is.
Speak of the devil. Even Red Mage learnable.
Yes. Okay, you're set. Life 2, Heal 3 would be great. Cure 4, awesome. But, I wouldn't be surprised to see Deadpulse not check Need More Magic.
He hasn't found Nuke yet.
You just don't need Nuke that much in this. You've got enough Fade Casters. You're not going to use it too much in Chaos. And by the time you find it, you might have 1 charge.
I can understand that. That's a fair point. I just like having Nuke, because you never know when you're going to run into something and just want to nuke the hell out of it.
I hear ya.
Because, if there's ever a problem, you just throw microwaves at it. Most enemies in this game just don't like having microwaves thrown at them.
Alright, let's see what Sarda has here, and Burt's on Carrie.
There's that incentivized Thor hammer they asked for. Heal 2 hammer. You're welcome, guys.
And Kelly Carrie with Blizzard. We didn't see that earlier.
Oof. But it seems like the Blizzard wasn't enough to fully drop Burt. That chunky fighter survived. Oh, well, speaking Nuke.
Oh. I think we're gonna take... Are we taking the Agama?
Probably. He's down to just a solo fighter.
Yeah. I don't think it was too chunky. I couldn't get a feel on the hit points there. Yeah, it's not great. We're at 341 right now.
Yep, alright, and it looks like the crown was hiding in the Titan's closet with that white shirt, which has been changed into a Nuke shirt. Or maybe that was the black shirt. Actually, I think that was a black shirt, because I saw the white mage come as the second thing.
Alright, you take a look at the screen. I'm going to check out chat. Chronometrics. I'm planning a handicap intro 1v1 versus Twinge. I don't know what that means.
Setting himself up for a handicap race versus Twinge. I can...
so he gets like a 5-minute head start?
I'm not sure how he'd be working it out, but that would be... that's an interesting way to go about it.
I like it.
Yeah, and there's a Fire 2 shirt in Earth 2.
See, this is the big difference, right, with a fighter. Like, if you're running a black belt, you're finding that grind, you're not checking any of those chests.
Oh, I see. That's... So just to bring up what Chronometric's handicap race would be that he would get a chance to see what the flag set was, whereas Twinge wouldn't.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Alright. Deadpulse checking out Asher's Trunk. Asher's Trunk always pays, it just happens to pay out different times. In this case, it paid out a Wood Staff +2. It's still a payout, it's just not a good one.
It's a solid endgame weapon.
Yeah, you know, Wood Staff +2. Honestly, you get enough temper casts, anything will work.
Pretty sure I saw Will. I'm blanking on his last name. Will
Bloodworth.
Bloodworth beat Chaos with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. And Burt gonna go get that crown. Maybe find that nuke shirt. He has been looting stuff still, so I don't think he'll miss it. He's gonna go get the stuff from Sarda first and get the disappointment of the hammer.
It's the Deadpulse hammer. He's the one that called it. So Deadpulse actually deferred to Burt on the first pick, and Burt went Masa, Deadpulse went Thor hammer.
Yeah. Which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love it just because it's so wonderfully silly just to get like, yeah, here is this. Which, if you get the Thor Master, can be pretty good. Alright, and Burt did get the nuke shirt.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah, but if you get the Thor Master blessing, then yeah, the Thor Hammer, if it rolls up, can be really good, because what Thor Master does is it doubles your strength. Basically, it doubles your attack power when you're equipped with the Thor Hammer. So that can get kind of disgusting.
I've never equipped a Thor hammer in my life. I'm just not going to do it, right? I have principles, I can't do it.
No.
I just can't do it.
You're missing
I'm sorry.
out. You're missing out, man.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it.
I remember playing this game way back in the day when I playing the vanilla game on the NES, and it was like, Thor Hammer. Huh, okay, well, the White Mage can equip this. Alright, cool. That seems like a good weapon, or the White Wizard can.
And you never use it.
Oh no, I used it, but that was also because I went through this game so many times, used so many different parties. And looks like...
And they straight calling out Lich with Blizzard. So carry with Blizzard, Lich with Blizzard.
Yep, no more Blizzards in the pool, I think.
Yeah, it's gone.
At least, for the first Fiends. Oh, Nuke Shirt doing Nuke Shirt things and just wiping the floor.
I thought you were going to say something else there for a sec.
Yeah, not so much.
Okay. Oh, man.
Gold Cherry on -2. 20, -5. It's not bad. Could be better, could be worse.
Palm Chime.
Oh, and we have the floater. All right. Astos, not long for this world. Only had about 220 hit points. Just absolutely humiliated. Alright, so you've got Speedboat, you've got Canoe, you've got Floater. Do you go to Ordeals or do you go to Ryokan?
Pulse is going to go to Ordeals. That's his play.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to Ordeals. 100%.
Yeah. And that's a play I would make as well.
Yes.
Because when you've got Speedboat on, it's just about the same amount of time to, like, with the encounters, especially with the encounter table like this, where you can manipulate pretty easily. It's about the same amount of time to get down to Ordeals via boat as it is to fly to the parking lot and then walk.
So Deadpulse actually gave me the tip. Go to Ordeals right away whenever you can. And that won me a spring tournament pod race. And so I reached out to him after, and he's like, that's the meta. That's what you do every time. So shout out to Deadpulse. He's the man. He's going to get something good here.
Yeah, early Ordeals it's kind of his signature. I do have to say that the Lich colors on Burt's side, Lich was looking very fabulous today. Like, he wore that teal well. Alright, Deadpulse through the Ordeals maze. Luckily enough, he had a couple of warp charges to undo some of those bad choices. Alright, I'm thinking now we'll probably see Oxyale or Chime. Ooh, Roostick though.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Alright, there's the Oxy.
Called it. You gotta just stick with one though. Hate the turkey. You can't do that. You can't hedge. You gotta stick with one. Those are the rules.
Those were the anticipated two, though, because it's like, alright, you've got this. It could have been Bottle, but yeah, Oxyale makes much more sense from a logical progression standpoint.
I know, but we're throwing flyers out for the fans. Okay, so... Alright, so Deadpulse is getting that flutter. Alright.
Oh, and speaking of Bottle, somebody picked up that fairy and just decided to sell it off randomly, and now this store has absinthe for sale.
Okay, for the record, I did call the shop incentive item in this shop.
That is true, that is true.
Okay.
Alright, level 6 white magic is a disappointment, and there is Saber, which is not gonna happen.
I'm so surprised he's checking. I mean, so what's he checking for? He wants heal 3, cure 4, light 2.
Alright, and there's Masa. Alright, yeah,
and
you...
rolled up +1.
Yeah, you... Oh, no, you give... Okay, good. Yeah, I was worried he wasn't going to give the Masa to the fighter, and I'm like, the fighter has Hunter. You give them Masa to the fighter, and you just... Oh, God, everything is going to hurt.
No, Space Drake, we already saw fast. I think it was level 4?
Yeah, level 4 was fast.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the heal 3 at level 7.
Come on, Space Drake, keep up. Come on, man.
And probably cure 4 and wall at level 8.
That's brutal. Okay, so this is going to be a fun Topher, right? For us, not for them.
Alright, there's the tail. So Deadpool's heading on over, probably going to pick up promotion right now, because why not? You've got the tail. It's on the way to the Onrak continent.
You've got exit, just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Sky is like gearing up for the loot. No, loot is always in C.
Oh, let me see, it's vanilla incentive in C, so... Oh, no, it's not. I forgot. It is behind gating. So you're going to have the key to get that.
Exactly.
So
I'm thinking,
we don't have the cube, so it cannot be in Sky, because you would have to have access to 2 more key items for it to be in Sky. So it's going to have to be... The key is going to have to come from the robot, which will lead to the chime at... Oh, no, wait.
Are you guys hearing this beautiful mind work through every iteration? I'm literally drinking whiskey over here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to read chat, and Will Bloodworth's ears must be burning because he joined the chat, and I already threw a shout-out to him.
And actually, I just remembered Lefane, because I always forget Lefane, because God, I hate the walk down to Lefane. I hate it so much. Alright, so if the key comes from the Lefanians, then everything is out. Alright, Burt picking up that Masa. He's already got the Oxyale. I did not notice if he actually picked up that ruse stick or not whilst he was in Ordeals.
He did.
Alright, Adamant. Okay. So we still have a...
Gotta fetch West here.
Yeah. Still have a possible key in Waterfall and, you know, everything bad happening. So, let me see here.
So right now, Deadpulse obviously has a lead. I would say, what, 2 minutes maybe?
2.5, 3 minutes at most, yeah.
But this Topher, I mean...
Topher gonna Toph. That's the easiest way to put it.
And especially with wall late, no ribbon on the fighter. I mean, it's gonna be a match.
Yeah. especially if we end up with a lot of casty fiends. Alright, so we got the cube out in Narek, so yeah, that means that the key's going to be at Waterfall, the chime is going to be in Sea, and the loot is going to be in Sky.
Okay, I am calling Sky. I don't know levels, whatever, but the box the very first box down below south, it's gonna be there. The one that I always skip, and if anyone's racing me, I'm gonna skip that box.
That's the
going forward.
Yeah, that's the Bane sword chest in vanilla.
Okay, I'm gonna skip that one. It's gonna be there, and I'm hoping they don't.
I hate hitting that chest. It's just
the worst.
Yeah, it really is. It's just slow to get to, and just grumble, grumble, grump, grump, grump.
Level 5 magic and that chest are literally my bane. So I was saying I watched some stream from yours, I don't know, maybe a year ago, where you took I think it was like a wood +3 and just beat chaos with it with enough fast and temper. Because you were just like dicking around. I don't know if I can say that or, yeah, whatever, I did.
Alright, yep, and as expected, Robot Gib Key. And Deadpulse is still checking to see if he can find at least a ribbon, I'm thinking, because that's the only item I can think that he'd be looking for still. Because going into Toph with absolutely no ribbons and no wall, that's just asking for a zap to come and just rip you apart.
Cave 13, we've been calling everything. Don't put that out there because it's going to happen.
Well, that's why I said going in without a ribbon is asking for that, so yeah. I think that's what Deadpulse is still opening chests for.
Wait, are you going to see a mermaid check? This is your thing, man. You might.
Maybe. Going down to the mermaid's floor is kind of slow, especially when you can check the chests on Kraken's side a lot quicker.
I think we saw that in the Luffy DB and Duskbloom fight, right? Because they were looking for the katana forever. Because their fighters were just trash, or their thief was trash. So I think we did see a mermaid play there, but I doubt we see it here.
Yeah, no, going to mermaids it's kind of a desperation play, and I don't think that the players are at that point yet.
Agreed.
As much as I would like to see Bubbles get carbonated, yeah, no, it's not happening tonight. And Deadpulse opting to just exit out rather than, not, rather than warp out and then walk back. He just would rather exit, save, burn off that encounter, and then get back down.
You rarely see that, but if you're not sure, especially with no ribbon on the fighter, I get it, right? If you've got a 32, 40, 42 black belt, like, you're just warping and just saying YOLO. But he's like, I'm not taking any chances here.
Yeah, and it's also, I don't know about how much time it takes, but it's not... I would think it's probably a little bit more time to warp out and exit out and then save, but you do have the assurance that you have saved recently, so you don't have to worry about something horrible happening, like a pack of ghosts.
Deadpulse is literally one of the best racers out there, so I'm not going to question his stuff. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows that, it comes down to seconds sometimes in these races.
Yeah, well, last year, Deadpulse is the one who knocked me out of the SGL tournament. Oh, there's a ribbon.
I want to see him try to put it on the fighter just for fun. He's too smart for that.
I expect we probably won't see him opening any more chests, except for in Sky Tower itself. Because, he's got the ribbon on the White Mage. That's all you really need. Just roll with it from there.
Bert's made up some time here. And he elected to do the warp.
Yeah, I also didn't notice if Deadpulse picked up that dragon armor that was in Latoya's place. So, I know that Bert's rocking that right now, so he at least has the 3 element protection there. I did not remember seeing him pick up any pro rings, but, well, that could also just be my memory missing.
I don't think he did, and those were, 7,700. VT, we are all winners, you're correct.
Yeah. Who's winning? Everybody who's not having a race right now.
It hasn't been too bad. It's been pretty linear. I haven't seen too much bad stuff. We saw some early blizzards from some early fiends, but nothing too crazy. Big hit there.
6 hits for 758. That is the power of Hunter with a Masa. Man, Hunter is just... I love the Hunter blessing so much.
I mean, I know what it is, but maybe explain it to everybody else, because I know what it is.
So what the Hunter blessing does is it allows the character who has it to hit anything that has a weakness. Not a elemental weakness, but a type weakness. So it treats almost everything you've got like an X-Cal, or treats everything like you've got close to an X-Cal, I should say. The only difference is the X-Cal also counts as all elements.
I mean, obviously. I mean, I obviously knew what that was.
That was most of Deadpulse's money there on that wall, but, you know, he's got it now. He's at least got a cast of it.
Alright, so Deadpulse going in at, call it the 38 mark. Let's see.
Alright, and Burt pulling that Kraken. Kraken needs to figure out how to fully put on its pants.
This is a PG broadcast here.
You know, not quite. It's just that Kraken just doesn't look right without, you know, with the pants half down. Thankfully enough, Burt did get that first round smack off on Kraken after the fast, so it only needed to fade to finish it off.
Out. Okay, what's your call? Hate the 13th. Let's hear. Where is it?
CC's Gambit, which is Sky 3, the 4-pack on the north side.
CC, is she a good runner? I'm sorry.
CC, Crab Cakes, she
I
is...
know, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
I'm joking.
Yeah, Crab Cakes is...
Oh, he skipped it!
Crab Cakes is scary good. That's the easiest way to put it.
I know. That's crazy. She's insane.
Like, I am fairly certain she has some kind of, like, mind machine interface with his fastest she menus. Alright, so Sky 1 is a pile of nothing except for that pro ring.
Pro ring?
Okay, and Deadpulse does have the dragon armor on.
Is he gonna check it? Is he gonna check it?
He's going to the Bane chest.
Calling, it's gonna be it.
Nope, just another pro ring.
Like I said, pro ring.
Now, Burt has made up some time, but Burt also, I do not believe he grabbed that ribbon out of C. Yeah, he did not.
I missed what time he entered in, so I couldn't see the time differential, but it's still very close.
Yeah, it's down to probably about a minute or so. Ooh, eyeball. Tasty, tasty eye.
Hey, we're gonna be here for 8 minutes on this grind.
Now,
that's a joke. That's a joke, everyone. That's a joke.
Yeah, thankfully enough, no. Right, and it looks like Deadpulse is going to do at least some of the Sky 2 chests, or checks on his way down. I hate checking this floor. It's just so... There is no really efficient way to do it.
Okay, here's my strat. All right side, and then just go to the next level, then you check everything there, work back. So all right side here, then work back. Check the next level, then full clear the next level, then work back.
Yeah, it's kind of close to what I've done in the past. And that looks like what Deadpulse is doing. I generally will clear the left side just because it's, you know, my own knock-on-wood thing, because that's where it is in vanilla. Alright, greed chests, say, another pro ring, and some cash, nothing else in those.
It's gonna be interesting. If he goes left side here, he's gonna take the lead.
Maybe. Alright, let's see here.
And it's there, obviously.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Yes. I mean, this is the beautiful thing about the randomizer, right? I mean, it doesn't matter, like, all these little things, like, you do one thing different, and you make up a minute and a half, and that can change the race.
Yep. Now, that being said, though, I am concerned as Burt does not have that ribbon. So if he runs into something horrible, might be a bit of a problem. Oh, and there's another ribbon.
Wow, and he's skipping that, obviously. So we've got 2 ribbons for Deadpulse and 0 for Burt.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons that I tend to say Sky provides. Hey, Robot Chicken!
Take it.
Huzzah! He's taking it.
Okay, we've got
Baskin
Ian
Fizz
Nizzle
2.
in the chat as well. I've never seen this person in the chat, too. Welcome. I'm sure you've been here longer than I have, but...
Oh, speaking of getting bitten by the lack of ribbon. Warmack busted out his stop.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Alright, and there's the loot for Deadpulse. So Deadpulse is back in the lead now.
Okay, here's the thing, though. Burt knows exactly where it is.
Yeah, he's not going to have to check anything, so it's going to be about a 45-second recovery or so, but it's still unpleasant to see.
Yeah, giving Deadpulse 45 seconds is still not a good thing.
Yeah, that wipe to the stop is... I mean, yay, that means one of the Fiend 2 casts is not that stop spell. Yay?
Okay, so we're at level 17 on Deadpulse. These are still very low levels.
Yeah, it's a bit risky, but, you know, you go with what you got, and you've got that fighter with all of the hit points thanks to the plus 40 vitality. You've got the white mage who, alright, I've got the river, I've got the wall cast, and you actually have, you know, 2 ribbons. So you have 2 people who can potentially survive or stay alive.
Right. Do we have dragon armor? Do we have a Aegis shield? Do we have anything decent armor? Fighter, though?
Burt has the Aegis shield, he does, and they both have the dragon armor. Deadpulse doesn't have the Aegis shield. And Tiamat's hitting a bit weak, because even the white mage survived a smack.
Burt making up to
8 hits, 1151. Down goes Tia. And 44-19, we've got Deadpulse in go mode. Holy crap,
Okay.
600 hit points on that fighter.
So with a hunter, though, that's not going to affect chaos, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
At that point, you're just going to have to rely on the strength and the fact that the Masa is, you know, a bloody good weapon.
Masa.
Yeah, Masa is, well, Masa.
I've heard good things.
Short Topher. I love it. Fade, nuke swing. Wow, Lich 2 with more than 500 hit points. Less than 700.
I mean, she's been holding her own in this seed.
Alright, here comes Carry 2. Swing! 3 hits, 404. Carry not found. Low roll on that nuke, 110. 129 out of the fade. Quad X from Carry. Haha, still not gonna work. I'm surprised Deadpulse is using more charges. Because, yeah, I was expecting that swing from the fighter to just drop Carry. Alright, here's the actual boss now. Or actual first boss, I should say. 4 hits, 294. So it doesn't seem like Kraken's too dodgy. The absorbency, maybe. 7 hits, 192. Come on, Kraken, you're hitting with kitten paws. Oh, wow. Kraken was scanny.
Yeah, paper.
Paper squid. Right, does Tia 2 have the stats to actually act as a gatekeeper or no? 4 hits, 223 out of the first swing. It's not too bad. Damage could be higher, but given that Deadpulse is only level 17, 18, it's not bad. And Tiamat goes, hey, you cast a spell. I'm gonna delete you now. Just eats the Black Mage.
Wow, 850 something?
Yeah, that was a 7 hits for 859. Tia 2's still alive.
Wow.
236.
We've got life. So
Yeah.
Deadpulse looking good here. This is a really fast time at 46:40.
Yeah, this is blink and you miss it kind of race. Like, I know these flags are designed to be kind of popcorn. They're quick, they're light, they're relatively easy. But man, even for these flags, that is stupid fast.
Oh, this like Ganon's Gone Wild flag, right? I mean, ran sub 50 in spring tournament.
Yep. Alright, so Chaos round 1 swirl. It's less than pleasant, but, you know, that Black Mage did its job. It got fast cast. Wall's already been cast on the white, or by the White Mage as well. So Chaos probably not going to be doing 8 hits for 282. You're going to need some more tempers. Ooh, and it looks like Burt's White Mage got just mauled by a Kraken. Now, did he pick up life on the Red Mage? And down goes Hope on Deadpulse's side. 4 hits, 193. Need more temper. 6 hits, 603. Never mind, doesn't need more temper. Down goes Chaos. Get your GGs out in chat for Deadpulse, finishing up at 47.54.
Wow, what a time.
Jeez, that was a good one.
I mean, just a fantastic race.
And see if Deadpulse wants to come on in and hang out with us and chat for a bit.
We're trying to clean up Tiamat here. Wolfram, GG indeed, man. BT, yeah.
Hey.
I feel like we've had a good chat today.
Yeah, been a good one. Alright, and we are joined in the booth by our first place finisher, Deadpulse. GG's, man.
Oh, hello, hello.
You got somewhere to go tonight, don't you?
You know, it's a pretty nice seed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the Arm 4 and Fade coming early worked pretty well for you. And, you know,
Yeah, love the White Mage. Can't get enough.
Yeah, and the Masa Swinging Hunter. Ooh, man, I think I was putting up some good damage.
The entire time I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what Hunter does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what it does.
I had Deadpulse. I had to ask him. I'm like, well, I didn't have to. I was just like, oh yeah, I know what that is. I had no idea. Okay, down to 29.
Chaos had Nuke.
Hey.
Alright, and with that, Burt has tossed in the towel, because who wants to deal with that Chaos again?
Yeah, that looked rough. That it was a gamble for Burt to take the 3-man, but it really could have paid off. If he didn't wipe in the if he didn't wipe, that would have been neck and neck on Chaos.
Yeah, well, yeah, if that War Mech hadn't done things. Yeah, you got you took the time, you hunted for the ribbons, you found 2 of them. Burt made up the time by skipping a lot of those chests that you checked, but lost the time with War Mech coming in and going, oh, hey, look, stop. And,
did Burt try to do the carry level 7?
he was level 9-ish?
Yeah, he went to ice first.
Yeah. You guys high-fived right about at the crossing between ice and volcano.
Ah.
And he did have a wipe to Warmech in Sky.
Yeah, he did find the loot. He decided to check left side first and found the loot a whole lot quicker than you did.
I didn't check every chest. Just
yeah, well, no,
there was still one left.
But it paid off. I mean, actually,
Yeah.
This is the one time it paid off to go right, get the ribbons, and go all the way through, because that actually really saves you there. Meanwhile, he went left, found it right away, zipped out of there.
Yep.
Yeah, that was. I mean, the fighter had no ribbon. It was extremely dangerous to try that Topher without a ribbon.
Yeah, I figured you were hunting for a ribbon so you could get one for your White Mage to, at least have a wall protection.
Yeah, and then I rolled my eyes like, oh, wall, it's so expensive and so high. When I went to go promote, I was kicking myself because I'm like, oh, I'll go promote and I'll go buy it. Then I realized I didn't have enough cash. I'm like, well, I just wasted, 25 seconds. Great.
Yeah, well, promotion still worked out for you in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else in the way of questions on that one. Reached out to Burt, haven't heard anything back from him yet, but I know that he has childs that have to be taken care of too, so. But yeah, you got any thoughts for us, Deadpulse, or any final thoughts on this one before we wrap her on up?
thinking stops like 3 hours ago. No, this was really fun. Bert's great. It's really fun to go, toe to toe with someone like Bert, and really brings out the best in, in me. Like I was, overthinking all my decisions. I was running as fast as I can, like gotta go. So it's really nice to participate in this tournament with such quality runners, and I'm, fingers crossed, I'm going to be able to keep going.
Yeah, well, speaking of keeping going, have you guys got your next match figured out yet?
Yeah, I believe Friday at some time, we have game 2, and then if we need a game 3 right after.
Excellent. All right, well, not young me, you got any final thoughts on this one?
No, I mean, it was a pleasure watching that. That was an extremely fast time, Deadpulse. That was fun to watch. Best of luck in the rest of the tournament.
Oh yeah, thank you everybody for restreaming and staying up late with us.
Late nothing.
I do appreciate good comms.
Well, I wouldn't say that. This is the only second time I've done comms, Deadpulse, so don't watch this back, man. All right, listen. You can watch a race back of mine, but don't watch the comms back. All right, because it's gonna be terrible. I'm like 5 scotches. I'm 5 scotches deep. I'm sorry, man.
Well, A, it should have been 6, and B, when you are partnered up with the best voice this side of the Mississippi, you can't go wrong. Just like Bert brings out the best in me, Hate brings out the best in everybody. I'm sure you did great.
He's a legend. Both of you guys are. I appreciate you guys letting me be a part of it.
Stop it. I'm blushing. But if you liked what you saw here tonight, I would say toss a follow to the runners, because I think they've earned it for this. They put on an entertaining show for us tonight. And if somehow you found this video and you are not familiar with the Final Fantasy Randomizer, go check it out at FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. That's where you can find links to the wiki, which is full of information, the Discord, which is full of friendly people, and that's where you can generate your first seed if you want, and take a swing at this and probably end up mildly addicted if you like the game. But with that, I have been Hate the 13th, joined in the booth by Not Young Me, with JLo7 doing the tracking for us. And I will bid you all a good evening and adieu.